What was your inspiration? Why did you want to take part in this movie?
I think very rarely do parts come up that are British, so I really wanted to do a British role, and it was just a really kind of fun story. Loads and loads of different stories intertwining about one kind of crazy night in Los Angeles.
And how did it feel to work with Michael Biehn, because he's such an action icon, and I'm geeking out just talking to someone who is in the movie as him. How was it? Were people spouting lines from Aliens?
He was actually I was expecting a pretty, really tough guy. He was actually pretty mild-mannered, and considering I think like the degree of fame that the guy's had, he was really humble about it all, and I was a little bit nervous, to be honest, about meeting him, because I know he's just so huge.
And in terms of your career, was there ever a low point where you thought you'd give up and try something else? What can you tell emerging talent?
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I've only been doing it for 2.5 years. I've only been acting for that long, and comparatively, that's a short amount of time. And I don't think there's a day goes by when you don't think, gosh, am I doing the wrong thing? Should I be quitting? And actually, I've spoken to so many actors who are really high up, who are in the same position, and they've always talked about times that they were just going to quit, and yet they hung on. And I guess if someone's sort of going into acting, I think I always ask myself the question: if I wasn't acting, would I be happy? I don't want to look back on my life and think I've not followed something that I'd regret. So as difficult as it is and as hard work as it is, I think it's worth sticking with it.
And my final question, my celebrity gossip question of the day: do you believe in UFOs?
That's a really good question. I just spat on your camera.
Oh, sorry. I'll sell it on eBay later, the saliva.
You could. I believe in the possibility of UFOs.
What was your inspiration? Why did you want to create this picture?
Well, I lived in LA. I moved out there when I was 25 to get into the film industry. It was the world that the movie's about, young artists, writers, actors, partying, trying to get somewhere in their lives, no family around, no reference points. I just thought it was a fun, area of the world to set a movie that could be funny and also sort of about growing up, I moved out to Hollywood in about 10 years ago with a writing partner, and when we stopped writing together, we had a couple of studio deals. I had to completely reinvent my life, and it was super grim. I was living in a tiny little apartment in Hollywood, eating donuts and bad fast food and sitting there in my underwear all day trying to think up something to convince people I could write by myself. And that took about 2 years, so that was not a great period.
Was it difficult working with such an iconic action legend like Michael Biehn and spouting out into words from his favorite movies like It's Reading Right Man Look from Aliens, or because that was the first R-rated movie I ever saw. So did anybody ever geek out?
Yeah, I mean, it was funny because there were all these crew guys on the movie who were really sort of geeky movie guys who were dying to ask Michael some questions. But Michael's a really imposing guy, he carries himself the way his characters carry themselves in the movies. So I think everybody was pretty intimidated, and it was funny because we were a super low budget movie, so he had half a trailer, and instead of hanging out in his trailer, he hung out in his black, super shiny, by himself in his suit, and I think it just everyone was scared to walk over and talk to him most of the time. So, yeah.
The inspiration for my movie is accumulation of all the people in my life that have ever annoyed me, but I'm too nice to actually do anything about it, punch them in the face.
And what do you have going on? I mean, you have a short film now, but does that mean that you want to do features? You want to continue doing shorts, or what's going on?
I'd love to do some more shorts, but for right now, my next project is I'm working on a feature script, and I'd like to do a feature-length film. I think all the time that I won't be successful, but hopefully if I keep working at it, someday I might.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your picture's tomorrow. How do you feel?
Excited. Extremely excited. Very, very happy. real proud to be part of your channel. So, my director Paul came in this morning, picked him up at LaGuardia at 6:30 on a red eye. So a little miserable about that, but very, very, very excited.
I'm wondering, so after the festival, what are your plans for the future? Are you working on any projects currently, or?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Paul Hoff and I, the writer-director of The Angel, we're working on a feature we're looking to shoot this summer. So we're very, very excited about it.
And trying to make it in an artistic world. And
Jeremy Hassel from WCBS News 880, GAC City, and E-News Online. Now, when I think of Transformers Spider-Man, it's really interesting because Spider-Man has a built-in audience. As America, as pop culture, we always want what we know, but we say we want something different, and you really don't. So Transformers is different. So I'd say Spider-Man is going to have more money at the box office. But I'll take all that back if Transformers is the kick-ass movie of the year. Because if it is, word travels fast, everybody wants to be cool, wants to see it, they'll go that, and it might beat it by maybe 100,000. It's going to be a close tie, that's what I would say.
And rumor has it Justin Timberlake is a beta tester for the iPhone?
Yes, yes, a few people like A-list celebrities like Justin Timberlake already might have the iPhone.
What's going on with them?
I don't know, man. It's like the film thing. I guess I'm not a film guy. I only got one layer. What about you? 3 layers? 3 layers.
What are you doing during Spider-Man week in New York? You should go to Austin Street in Queens where they shot some of it and like rig something.
Recreate.
That's a good idea.
That's where you first learned to do it.
I got an idea. I'm gonna get a spider, dip it in radioactive material, have it bite me, and think that I'll get superpowers.
But the thing is, he's making us think that he hasn't already started the process yet.
Oh.
But I know for a fact that he's already been at the pet store.
Petco.
You could hook this thing to some fishing wire and dangle it off a building. It's instant spider cam.
That's a good idea. Speaking of, hey,
the first person POV on this is like us and then your mouth.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a good touch.
Good call.
Yeah.
That's his MO, man. M-O-U.
and hey, you're that filmmaker.
Sneak in your hand as a mouth. Can that be my POV?
Hey, how are you? Right on.
Yeah, I am that filmmaker.
Tell us about your film.
My film?
Yeah.
It's about robots. I really wanted to make a film about relationships, and the best way it occurred to me to do that was through robots. It was my comment on technology dehumanizing, depersonalizing relationships, and I guess the loss of human connection.
And I'm assuming short films is a segue into feature films?
Definitely, man. I mean, I'm working on 3 feature scripts right now that I'm pitching at studios and talking to the town about. So it's.
Would you ever put Michael Jackson in one of your movies?
Depending on the role, maybe.
All right.
What were you?
All right.
Michael Jackson and Michael Biehn in a buddy-buddy movie with Prince as the villain.
And Tito Jackson as the villain's best friend.
Oh yeah.
There you go. That could work.
What about Jermaine?
Possibly. I do like a remake of The Wiz. You seen that?
Oh, I love The Wiz.
Yeah.
Come on, of course.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be cool. Who's gonna play? Who's gonna
tracking shots? You could do like Jarmusch does The Wiz, just with like just profile tracking shots, and really minimalist kind of one take, one frame
Just
kind
one
of
take,
setups
just
per scene.
gorilla go.
Definitely.
Another question.
I think
back
Michael
here.
would be good in a one take wide.
What about this? Would you ever put Paris Hilton in a movie as the lead?
I can't by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe like some new exploitation film. Like if Roger Corman reemerged as a 25-year-old exploitation filmmaker, maybe he could do something with her. Cool. Next to that, I don't see much utility.
Utility, good word. But 24 is probably the most emotionally charged show ever made. My heart races just watching 10 minutes of it. I gotta take a break after. That's real TV.
The sick thing is, my sister's so busy and I'm so busy. Really, the only time we talk is during commercial breaks on Monday from 9 to 10.
Kiefer Sutherland is, he's the man. He's in Young Guns.
He's the man. Young Guns and hold up.
Give me another one.
The vampire movie.
Lost Boys, and he was great. Come on,
I
every
mean,
movie he delivers every time.
He would have been a legend for just doing Lost Boys.
Alone, but he's still here. You know what? He needs to come out with a rap album. Just flip it. Do something we never see. Let's do it. I only said that because I know he manages a rock band. He has his own label actually. So, rap anyway, Kiefer. Let's see you. Yo.
Ticket, please. Ticket, please. Just kidding. Haha. Hey, good to see you. What up?
So night 2 of the 12th annual Gen Art Film Festival.
Excuse me, sir, what do you think of the movie?
I thought it was an excellent movie.
Oh, great. What do you think of the short?
I really enjoyed the short also.
It was thrilling, yeah.
That was great, man. That was awesome. It really stayed on the level of, really captured the clothing atmosphere very, very well. And the attitudes and the personalities of everything.
And I read it and fell in love with it quite quickly. And I think I met with you about 3 times, didn't I?
Yeah.
Why didn't I get it? Why didn't I get it on the first?
You don't always trust your instincts in life, you know? It takes a while. It's like getting married, you know? You know, but you don't know until you know, you know?